Lions fans, One Pride family, we are here. It is post game preseason game one. I'm King. This is Deuce. Deuce, what's up, man?
What's up, my dog? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Football is officially back. Training camp has been a blast, but we got some preseason football. We got a lot to talk about.
You got a lot to get to, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take a quick second to give acknowledgement to my sponsors over at BetUS. BetUS has all types of great bonuses for you guys, man. 125% bonus on your first three deposits, also up to $2,000. So we're going to take a quick second and take a look at BetUS.
Michael Vick here at BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book, live in-game betting, and a casino. BetUS, my online sports book and casino.
Once again, shout out to the sponsors over at BetUS, man. Those guys do excellent work over there. And if you want to make some bets this season, because there's going to be a lot of great ones with our Lions, make sure you stop at BetUS first, man. So, first and foremost, Deuce.
Yes, sir.
We had some things take place this game. Number one thing that I want to ask you right away, and I see it in the comment section already.
Mm-hmm.
Nate Sutfield.
Okay. So before we get to Sutfield, because I did want to get to him, let's just talk about how refreshing it is, right? Just to be able to see Lions football again on the big screen. You know what I mean? Just seeing that Honolulu blue against that green turf, it just never gets old. It's like seeing the blue sky behind, green trees. It's just something about the look. It just looked beautiful to see again. Getting to Sutfield, I was like, wait me for the second half, because I knew that he was going to start. I think you talked about this too. He's the vet. He's going to get the start, right? Hooker hasn't played in 2 years. I was waiting for that second half. I knew second half was going to be his time to shine. And I was kind of bored just watching Sutfield. Like, I kind of saw what I thought I was going to see. Just a below average quarterback, NFL quarterback, in my opinion. He's not good. He's not good at anything. He's not great at anything. He's just kind of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of bored. It was a yawn. It was cringeworthy at times. Just his decision making under pressure. It just wasn't pretty to watch.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Since the beginning, he's done nothing impressive to me. I don't understand why he's still here. I definitely think he could position. Just be honest, man. Does nothing good. Nothing impresses you whatsoever. He only looks good when the third unit is out there in the preseason.
Yeah.
That's what you just seen at the end of the game. So, like I said, the difference in between the two, between him and Hendon Hooker was, just night and day. It was night and day, you know, and especially for the Twitter. I know it's a lot of Twitterverse people in here. Twitter was absolutely going nuts, just waiting to see Hooker hit the field. I didn't want them to wait until the second half, bro. I wanted them to get him in there with the second unit, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, I feel you on that. Did you want to get to Hooker? We can get to Hooker. I know you wanted to talk about your boy Nate first.
It's the hot it's the hot topic.
And the chat going great. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to everybody who's here. We all got the same level of excitement. Lions football is back, so we are watching these comments because we want to make sure everybody is involved in this conversation. Yeah. But getting to Hendon Hooker, bro, it's been a lot of anticipation, right? It's been 2 years since he's played any meaningful football. Right. So a lot of eyes are on him. We're on him. A lot of pressure, even though it's a preseason game. We know the first look is going to be important for him as far as optics go, right? You know how it goes. So it was just very refreshing and encouraging because I was right away. I felt good, just because the thing with him, I wanted to see how he was moving. First of all, I wanted to see how he did he recover from the ACL? Is he slower? Is the burst still there? What's going on? The burst looked to be there. It looked to be there. The way he was able to move around in that pocket, evade guys, get outside of the pocket, and still make plays. Create things on his own. He looked good. He did have a couple passes where he kind of overthrew a little bit. Kind of sailed on him a little bit, which is to be expected. But just his feel for the game looked to be there overall. He laid a hit on somebody, truck stick. I'm sure you guys all saw it. man, that's probably why he got evaluated, right? Probably in concussion protocol, something like that. But he is fearless, bro. You hear me? He is fearless, bro. He wanted to make a statement, and he laid a truck stick on somebody. I forgot who it was, but check it out. You can find it easily. But just watching him, bro, he looked good. He looked completely healthy, and he looked like he's just getting his feet wet. I think once he gets enough reps, when his time comes, he's going to be really, really good for this team.
Yeah, man. I just don't even know where to start with Hooker, man. The excitement, take it all the way back to when we drafted him. The reason why I was so excited, all my brothers were so excited. Shout out to DSN, man.
Yes, sir.
We hit the roof, you know what I'm saying, simply because of getting Hendon Hooker. We talking about somebody who was a Heisman Trophy candidate for a reason. You know what I'm saying? 27 touchdowns, man, over 3,000 something yards. It's like, come on, bro. And just alone to add that other dimension to the offense that we need. We need to be able to stretch the field. We need to be able to, make a play out of nothing.
Yes.
You push your quarterback out the pocket. You need somebody that can take off and run, get some yards, possibly get in that end zone.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes you very, very unguardable, man. So
let me follow up with you with a follow-up question with that, because you hit on something that kind of just made me think about something as we're talking. So in chat, don't go crazy, because we on the same page with this. I just got a question. So Jared Goff, he's the guy, right? He is the guy. This is his team. If we're going to win a chip in the next couple years, it's going to be on his back because he led us there, right?
Yep.
Totally agree. However, you do see, like you just mentioned, King, how different the offense could look with a guy like Hendon Hooker. His mobility just makes the defense so uncomfortable, and it makes him have to second guess. You know what I mean? Like I said, Goff he's the guy right now. I get it. But if and or when that time comes for Hooker, it's going to be fun to watch, man. He had a couple passes, like I said, that kind of sailed on him. But I just like also his toughness and his concentration, right? Because he had a pass he completed, and a lineman was coming right down the barrel to lay a hit on him, and he's kept his composure, and he stuck in there to his credit and delivered, on time and on target. So I just want to ask you, do you think that his time may be sooner than we may think? I know it's just one preseason game, but just from the early returns, and I know Goff is here for 4 or 5 years now. So do you think his time may come sooner than the duration of Goff's contract? Potentially, from what you've seen so far.
Yeah, so no, I don't.
Okay.
Even though he's exciting, you know what I'm saying, it is the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
It is second and third string guys. It is, Jared Goff's team right now. All of those players, all those starters, they respect Jared Goff as a quarterback. They're going to have his back, and they're always going to protect him and make sure he, secures his job.
Right.
If Jared Goff gets injured,
knock on wood.
Yeah. If he was to get injured, which please don't,
right?
Things will get interesting real quick. They will get interesting, especially if Hendon Hooker comes in and shows those same type of flashes against great competition.
Right.
The competition that we've seen today, Hendon Hooker looked like he should have played today. Haven't played football since 2022. You know what I'm saying? So going up against them guys, obviously he's a level above those guys, but it's preseason, man. And that's the dangerous part about preseason, because the level of excitement, it can catch you. It can catch you up. So we've seen all-star preseason teams, man. Then when the regular season gets here and the lights are on, things look different. You know what I'm saying? So as far as is with Hendon Hooker right now, I just think we just need to, let him go out there and keep showing. Hopefully it was a concussion situation. Hopefully it's clear. And we can see him, back on the field for the rest of this preseason, because I want to see him get as many reps as possible.
Exactly. And like you always say, King, preseason, you're looking for flashes. Just flashes. And the flash that I saw from him was just the mobility. That was my biggest thing. How healthy is he, coming back from that ACL injury, and how does he look now? Is he 95% of himself? What percentage of he is of himself? So he looked to have that burst. And that for me was enough to see in game one. Now I'm looking more so at, his concentration in the pocket, how does he look in the pocket, his processing speed, things like that. Now I'm looking at that. But just game one, early results, I liked what I saw from Hendon Hooker for sure. Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely, man. But on the flip side of that, Nate Sudfeld, he got to go. That's just
yeah, it's time.
It's time. Let's wrap the quarterback talk up with that. Yeah,
it's time. It's time. Who else grabbed your eye tonight? Anybody else that you had on your radar that you wanted to kind of talk about? You got notes. Let's talk about it. Let's get to it.
First and foremost, we gotta give credit where credit is due. Our DBs, our young dogs, our pit bulls.
Yes.
Breon Arnold, Ennis Rakestraw did their absolute job today.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, again, competition level is one thing. You heard so much going on about Neighbor during the practices and everything else. Well, today, Rakestraw, Terrion Arnold did what they were supposed to do.
Yep.
Nobody got nothing. Nobody got nothing. And that's what you don't want to hear these guys' names called when they're on the field. And that's what you saw today. You didn't hear those guys' names called because they were doing their job out there.
Exactly. Yeah. I think the first drive of the game, I think for the Giants, Amik Robertson and Rakestraw had back-to-back plays out the gate.
Yeah,
I think they both had deflections, or I think Rakestraw allowed the catch, but he didn't allow the first down. He made the tackle. So they both made plays in the first drive, like to your point.
Yeah, and you could tell just by watching Robertson, he has a little chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, man.
The chirping,
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a little chip on his shoulder, man. So also Gilmore was pretty impressive. We seen him previously, but like I said, injuries have had him out. But it's good to see him back, right back into the fold, man. We got a chance to see Brandon Joseph come up with a pit today. Last preseason, he was making some plays too. Opportunity for these guys, man. And you got guys trying to make the roster. You got guys trying to make the practice squad. You want to see them take advantage of this opportunity, just like Dan Campbell said. When the lights come on, that's when you do the evaluate, man. So our secondary looked pretty good today. Did their job, really solid job. Linebacker group did a solid job out there. Highlight a few of the guys that's on the defensive line. Akwu, man, from Ole Miss, undrafted, got him a sack today, but definitely stayed in that backfield. Number 5 was in that backfield today.
For sure.
So highlighting some of the things that the D line was doing, stopping the run at first before the scrubs got in.
Right.
At first. But yeah, you want to see that. That's what you want to see out of your depth positions, man, because these guys got to be able to hold it down after the starters sit down. So anybody on the defensive side of the ball that you've seen?
So check this out. That's kind of where I was going. James Houston, right? Uber talented. Uber gifted, right? Uber athletic, uber strong. I'm glad to see him healthy, right? He looks really, really good. I need him to be more disciplined, bro. I know it's preseason, but it was a few plays today where had it been a regular season, it could have been detrimental to the team at a very crucial point in the game. It was a questionable late hit on Drew Lock. After that pass, and he was out of bounds. He was close to being out of bounds, and it was a late hit. It was one of those bang bang plays where it's bang bang and you just leave it alone.
Right.
And he went and became James Houston, doing James Houston things, because that's who he is, but show a little bit more discipline, because that kind of play can hurt you in a regular season game. And then the other play in the red zone, I think it was third down, offsides.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You know what I mean? Another play that can hurt you. So it's just like the talent is there, obviously, and he looks to be healthy, which is great. I just need him to just show a little bit more discipline and pull back just a little bit, because sometimes you can kind of get a little bit out of control.
Yeah, man. Be a problem in a good way. Don't be a problem in a good way. That's his nickname. So he just gotta, like I said, you gotta be smart. What is hitting the quarterback that late gonna do for you? Nothing.
Right.
Not gonna do nothing for anybody. So
Mm-hmm.
just let the man run out of bounds, man, and move forward.
Yeah. What'd you think about Bates with the 53-yarder in the rain? In the rain.
Impressive, man. That was
Bye
impressive.
Badgley.
Yeah. He's a listen, man. It's the thing with Bates, even in training camp, he had his hits and miss. But he had stretches where it was consistent from 50 yards forward. You know what I'm saying? I think he's just a gamer. You know what I'm saying? And going back to Hendon Hooker, I kind of mentioned that to a lot of my subscribers in the previous video. I mentioned that Hendon Hooker is a gamer, bro.
Yeah.
Saying what we seeing in practice with these drills and all of this stuff, you can't really evaluate too much from that. That's why season is so important. He's a gamer, bro. That's just what it is. When you're looking at Bates too, and like I said, I wanted to see him get more opportunities to kick the ball. I kind of wish Dan didn't go for it so much, but I understand why.
Yeah,
he's trying to get some points on the board. Get these young guys encouraged, trying to get a rhythm up under them.
Exactly.
But yeah, Bates was impressive with that kick, man. Most definitely.
It was. Appreciate y'all in the comments too. Lamico, that's what we're trying to figure out as well. I'm not sure what the official word is yet on Hendon Hooker. That's kind of what I derived just from the hit that he laid. He probably absorbed some of that too. He lowered his shoulders, so that's probably what that was. He walked off on his own power, which is always a good sign when he went to get evaluated. So he looked to be okay, but we just gotta wait and see what comes back from that concussion protocol, the results on that. So we'll see. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Did you try? Yeah, go ahead.
I just got a update. So yeah, it's concussions. Him and Green both have concussions.
Really?
So
okay.
That's good for Green too at receiver, man. Because he was starting to come on a little bit, but wasn't able to get out. I figured he had a concussion too, but yeah, they both have concussions right now. So that's something that you can get back from. So I was nervous because Hendon had took a hit to that knee when he was running for the end zone.
Oh yeah.
Kind of went. So it made me nervous a little bit. I'm glad it's a concussion situation. It sucks to have one, but I'm glad it's that situation.
Yeah. I agree.
I wanted to bring up somebody else on the defensive line. And this young man, we've talked about he's transformed his body. He said he wants to be a game changer this season. Didn't have that opportunity last season because he was recovering from injury. Broderick Martin today,
man,
came up with a sack today. You know what I'm saying? Look good out there. Very encouraging, man.
Freight train, man. Freight train.
Him and Liv McNeil and Reader and them guys, man. I expect them to be super nasty. Just the D-line in general today was able to create pressure. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what we're used to seeing with this team too often, man. But Martin looked pretty good today, and those guys were creating some pressure out there. That was impressive. I was happy with that when it comes to D-line, man. So that I thought was big time.
Yeah, good signs, good flashes there. I had a question about not even a question. I just wanted to shout this guy out. Sione Vaki, man.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to next too.
Sione, okay. I didn't mean to beat you there to cut in line, but Sione Vaki, man. Did you see that double move he made in the second quarter?
Yeah.
That looked okay. So I knew he was a skilled player coming, once he got drafted. Used to be a safety, and it's crazy. But it's just interesting, man, because he had a couple plays where he just made something out of nothing. He had a couple plays where he only got about 4 or 5 yards where he should have been stuck behind a line of scrimmage. Just his ability to make guys miss, man. It's similar to okay, just follow me. It's similar to Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm not saying he is Jahmyr Gibbs, but it's the way he's twitchy. He's twitchy like Gibbs, and his burst is similar to Gibbs. I think he could really be an important player for this team, an important weapon this season for the Lions. What do you think?
Yeah, man. They when they drafted him, it was at running back. They get an opportunity at running back, but he's definitely a Swiss Army knife. They can use him wherever they want to use him. Those defensive instincts kicked in when it came to jumping on that football and recovering that fumble. But yeah, man, he's just talented. He's just a football player. And that's what Dan Campbell talks about all the time, man. He wants football players. and that's what Vaki is, man, from head to toe.
Mm-hmm.
So, to see him go out there, man, and be able to get between those tackles, and try to find some way to get something, because like I said, when we got to that third unit, man, they just couldn't open up holes. Guys couldn't get no type of relief back there. Jefferson was to get out the backfield. Also, even Knight back there was struggling.
Yeah.
So pounder, and he still couldn't get nothing going, man. So Rocky be able to wiggle and find himself, little holes and a little room out there to get loose. That was impressive.
Yeah, it was. And like you said, bro, he's just a football player, man. Like, he just seems to have a nose for the football. Just, if you remember, after that great pass from your boy Nate, the interception, and I think they returned it for about 30 plus yards, and they fumbled. Yeah. Guess who came up with the ball?
Yeah,
Vaki. The same guy. Yeah,
instinct.
He just has those instincts, bro. So I'm looking forward to seeing him, how he's utilized by Ben Johnson this year too. Somebody had a question too, as far as Ben Johnson, really quickly, about how we felt about him tonight. Is it for me? It was like really grain of saltist type. It was, really didn't take much from it. A lot of his stuff is just a feel out and experimentation, and just getting guys involved and things like that. So I wasn't really too concerned about anything I saw or didn't see. What about you?
Yeah, so Jack, you look like a new face to the channel. Over the years, we've talked about this over and over. Preseason, never evaluate a coordinator or a coach, period, during preseason, because you're not going to see anything that we actually do as an offense in the preseason. You're going to see the most vanilla football that you can ever imagine. So when it comes to Ben Johnson, it's not even something that we can question. He literally just gave them plays out there to run and get some work in, so those coaches can do their evaluations.
Yeah,
from our real offensive playbook is going to be ran out there.
Yeah, agreed. What else you got for me?
I gotta talk about the third string, man, and one of the guys that I was looking forward to see out there, it was Isaiah Williams.
Talk about
Isaiah Williams. Like I said, he was one of the guys when we did sign him, because he's undrafted. When we did sign him, I actually was pretty happy about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like he should have been, at least called in the last two rounds. Somebody should have called his name.
Gotcha.
He was impressive out there. He kind of got the offense going, got everything. He got us all the way down to the goal line again, even though we wasn't able to punch it in. But yeah, Isaiah was impressive. I want to see him be able to get more snaps out there a little bit earlier in the game. See if him and Hendon Hooker can get some good chemistry going.
Right.
I do expect Hendon Hooker to get in a lot early.
Yeah.
From us fans evaluating, obviously he won the job already between the two, but he's in concussion protocol. You don't know how long they're going to drag that on. We'll see how that happens, but I really don't. I'm not interested in watching Sudfield play football whatsoever. I don't want to see him take any more snaps in the Lions jersey, to be honest.
We talk about vanilla offense. He's the most vanilla quarterback. He fits preseason play perfectly.
Yeah. So man, we wrap up with the Giants, man. We'll be back at preseason on the 11th. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back on the 11th. That, COVID sucked, but we here, and we'll be back on the 11th, man. Get out there and, keep giving you guys all the great insight inside of training camp, what's taking place, man. It's been a blast this season. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's been out there, from my main guy, out there at camp in Dos Dion.
Yes, sir.
Easy, to my brothers over there at DSN, and shout out the most important, my man Duro, my man Steve, from DSN. They've been the ones giving me the training camp tickets. I've been spreading the love out to everybody else, getting them out to training camp. Without Man, we be struggling getting into training camp because those tickets, they went so fast. I was 9,000 in line when I went on that website. 9,000.
Sheesh.
So that's
That's
how
raps.
fast it is. So,
That's raps.
it's been an experience getting out there. But we're gonna continue to do that, man. We got to get you out there, Deuce. To
I'm coming. I'm coming, bro. I'm coming, bro. Yeah, it's time. It's time. This is the year. This is the year. I'm all in.
Yeah. You definitely got some things in place for the fan base.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I didn't know if yeah. So I don't know if you guys know. For those who don't, I create Detroit sports music anthems. I have a few for the Detroit Pistons already released. I'm working on one for the Detroit Lions right now, and it will be ready in time for the regular season. So shout out to my boy Carl Collins, who is doing all the editing. Go check out the videos that we've done together. He is amazing with his editing skills. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. So shout out to him.
Carl Collins.
Right.
We
so
talk
Carl,
about
if you watch
Dr. Carl Collins, who makes those beautiful Lions hype videos.
Yes. Like none other. I need a snippet, bro. Send me a snippet. But it'll be ready soon. So keep it locked. That's what King was kind of hinting at. But yeah, it's gonna be. I think y'all gonna like it. So hopefully you guys all enjoy it. But yeah, man. Just wanted to put that out there. Anything else you want to hit
on? Just overall, man, just impressed with what I see from some guys out there. Looking to see more. Looking to hear about more things in practice. Less fights, less fines.
Yeah. Right. A couple more quick hitters. Doris Fountain, WR3, WR4. Is Khalifa Raymond safe at 3? Do you think he's more so at 4 with Doris Fountain? What do you think?
Yeah, him and DPJ are battling, right?
Okay.
DPJ finally got a pass going towards the end of the game, which is for me not impressive.
Yeah.
I feel like he kind of got out there on the field a little later too, so I kind of feel like he's being he's in this little doghouse situation right now because coach is trying to get the most out of him.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how he reacts to this situation because Peoples-Jones is way more talented than what he's been showing. So he should have been out there dominating today. But it's just not what you've seen. You know what I'm saying? It's like going through the motions almost. I need more out of DPJ. I need more out of him. Use that body, use that size, use that speed.
Mm-hmm.
That big with that speed, man, you should be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Fountain, for me, is between him and DPJ. Fountain today didn't really have a great showing simply because our quarterback sucked. That's just what it is.
Man.
Our quarterback sucked today.
Yeah.
He did drop a pass, though, but our quarterback sucked, man. So, you got to try to out of nothing. I mean, Calhoun got in there and worked out with Sudfield at the end of the game. You got to make something. There's no excuse.
Yeah. So 2 more. So speaking of positional battles, to the 3 and the 4, looking at running back, is Craig Reynolds' position in jeopardy with Vaki now on the squad, or do you think he's safe at 3?
It'll be hard for me to ever see Craig Reynolds leave the Lions because they love Craig Reynolds so much. The coaching staff, even on Hard Knocks, they was talking about how much of Craig Reynolds is the Detroit Lions model in a player, which is what you're going to get every time he's on the field. Hard-nosed, toughness, going to give you everything you have. That big block he did last season was everything about Craig Reynolds.
Right.
What he can do to impact the game, he's going to do. Well, now you got 2 of those players, and I think both of those guys going to be safe. Now, the other guys are the ones that's on the way out, which is Knight and Jefferson.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. I can see that. I just want to kind of end with this too. Aaron Glenn, right?
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot of flack the last few years about his performance as we're not going to get into it, but he's gotten a lot of flack about his performance as a coach. So tonight I did hear a soundbite from Dan Campbell that they mentioned during the broadcast. And they basically said that Aaron Glenn was born to play man coverage. And he finally has the guys. Terry Arnold is going to now allow him to do that. And one thing that I say that because one thing that you always said in his defense, whether it was on Twitter, whether it was on here, was he doesn't have what he needs yet. It's hard to really perform the way, and you need guys who are going to play the way that you need them to play, your style. And so he finally has that now. So my eyes, because I'm an Aaron Glenn fan, so my eyes are on him now to see what he's able to do with these new toys that he has. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's able to do. And it's going to take more than just one season to get it to where he's trying to get it to, right? But I'm just looking for that growth season over season. I'm looking to see what he's able to do defensively with these new guys that we have on the team, especially in the secondary.
Man, only fans would think, Aaron Glenn was a terrible coordinator. Only fans would do that because obviously when you have a defensive coordinator like that that's taking interviews for jobs for other teams as a head coach, that should tell you something. Right. Those other teams know that Aaron Glenn was over here working with janitors pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So you had nothing over here, and he took that and just gave you enough to start winning some games. Right. Man, took you all the way to an NFC title game with that defense. Right. And still, I just don't get it. I don't see people give him enough credit for that, which is frustrating. It's very frustrating because who got the golden ticket? Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is the opposite. He has everything over there. Right. He has the best offensive line in the league. You know what I'm saying? With all the weapons. So not taking anything away from the great mastermind, which is Ben Johnson, but if the roles were reversed and Ben Johnson didn't have the guys that he needed for his style, and Aaron Glenn did all of this time, it might be a different conversation. You need you guys. Bottom line. Most definitely. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, because even with the tools that he got over there, there was still times during the season where Ben Johnson just maybe wanted to throw something at him. Stuff he was calling out there. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah. For sure. So, yeah, they got to back off my man Aaron, bro. I think they will. I think they will because I think they'll have to. If things go according to plan, which what we expect, I think he's going to change his own narrative this season. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. With that said, man, in the comment section, you guys have been very active. We have been reading your comments, even though we haven't had a chance to really go through them. We've been reading your comments, but you guys have been on fire. Eric, what's going on, my brother? Shout out to everybody that's in the comments. Hi, Kay. We see you in the comments. Per usual. Wouldn't be right. You guys show up and show out, man. It's been a while since we've been able to come over here and talk some Lions football. Yeah. And it's so refreshing. I'm so glad that the season is underway. We are right there. We get ready to be going up against the Rams on time. All the emotion that was in that game last season, man, I think it's going to be better this season. There's supposed to be a Matthew Stafford tribute this time around. We'll see. Right, that's right. We got a lot of bitter fans here, so we'll see how that goes, man. Yeah, they're gonna start chanting Jared Goff or something wild, So. It's gonna be polarizing, bro. It's gonna be a bunch of love and a bunch of hate. It's gonna be nothing in the middle. Yeah, nothing in the middle. Yeah. Matthew Stafford has that effect. He does. Or Caleb Williams, he's one of the top 2 quarterbacks in the league right now. I just seen that today, which is wild. Really? Yeah, which is wild. So he said him and Aaron Rodgers is 1 and 2, man. So yeah. What? Caleb Williams, yeah. Chicago Bears. That's what they got. No Mahomes? Yeah. No Burrow? That's what they got throwing the no Lamar? Somebody with that IQ. Hey, I ain't mad. Yeah. It is what it is. What y'all think about that comment section? That's right. Wild. Let us know. Let us know. I love Staff. I don't think nobody can out-arm talent him, but it's obvious to see that he's regressing. All those injuries over the years, he's starting to regress a little bit. And that team over there is not built to be a winner anymore. Yep. So, even though they got, Kundakua over there is, man, it's a monster. Yeah. And a lot of it has to do with Stafford because you see what happened with Galladay since we were talking about the Giants today. Matthew Stafford can make players better.
Man, anywhere Stafford goes, the top receiver ends up breaking records.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just how it goes, man. That's just he's gonna get you the ball if you open.
Yeah. That's just what it is.
That's just what it is, man. So yeah. But I don't know about top two. I don't know about all that. Can't do it. Real quick, who are your top two? We know Mahomes is one. Who is number two for you?
In the league, I would probably go Patrick Mahomes. Got to give him credit. He's been winning. At number two, I can go with anybody.
It's tough, though.
Yeah.
That two's up for grabs, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, two, you can go with anybody that you – it's some names that you can throw in there. And I'm not going to take Stafford out the number two spot either because, like I said, arm talent-wise, on another roster, Matthew Stafford is one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the league. Yeah. I mean, this is the man that retired Tom Brady that we talking about.
Facts.
You know? So, like I said, man, you're not going to outthrow him. I bet on that. The things we talk about, we just said Mahomes is number one, and a lot of that stuff he learned, it comes from Stafford.
Facts.
With the no-look passes and everything else.
Yeah, he was doing that first. Yeah.
Golf is golf top 5. That's the question. Because I got a video coming up, before this weekend is over. I got a video coming up talking about some of these rankings.
Okay. I'm gonna look for that for sure. Y'all make sure y'all look for that because his rankings videos be lit. Yeah. I don't know if I can go top 5. Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow, Josh. I gotta put Josh in there. Josh Allen. I have to put him there. Is Herbert better than Goff? I think Herbert is naturally more talented than Goff.
Talent, not records. Talent.
Yeah, I gotta put Herbert above Goff. Talent. We talking about. Jalen Hurts. That's a tough one. Dak, no.
Dak sucks. He throws.
No, thank you. CJ Stroud is better than Goff.
Is Tua Tagovailoa better?
No, I don't think so.
Because according to PFF, he is.
No, he is not. He is not.
That's wild. That is wild that they did
at all. Come on, man. All that speed he got over there, he can't help but come on. Anyway, no. But CJ Stroud, I got Goff like top 7, 8, top 8.
7, 8.
Yeah, okay. I can't put him above those guys I just mentioned.
I just got him top 10. He's inside the top 10 for me.
Yeah, I'm with that.
And that's just out of respect for what he's done with this team.
Yeah.
That's out of respect. You know what I'm saying?
Is he better than Stafford right now?
Hell no.
That's a tough one. I can't say yes. And that's not a diss at all.
No.
Stafford is just Stafford.
Matthew Stafford with that offensive line and that running back room is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He won that Super Bowl last year.
Yeah. And I'm not saying we lost because of Goff. I'm just saying.
Jared Goff is not going to win you a football game off his arm talent. And all the working pieces have to be right. You see what I'm saying? When the Rams Super Bowl, they did everything in their power to lose some of them games, and they still won them. You know why? Number 9 was throwing the football.
True.
So I got to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Talent wise, no, he's not.
Yeah, I agree. I think everybody here is the same, like top 7. I think he's better than Brock Purdy, personally. I think he's better than Brock Purdy.
Yeah, Purdy is he's an opportunist too.
Yeah.
He's an opportunist.
Like he's not bad at all. No. I think Purdy is in that 10 to 15 range.
Yeah.
But I got Goff in that 8 to 10 range. Just, I think Goff is a better passer of the football. I think he's more accurate. But Purdy, he's more mobile. So I'm not mad at whoever you got there. I just think he's better than Purdy.
Goff has grown.
Yeah.
And he did have a rough patch in the middle of the season that was driving me crazy with them damn picks.
Yeah.
He did, but he got it together and cleaned it up, and you started to see him mature a little bit more. Here's the difference, man. A lot of these quarterbacks, like when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, Stafford, they're older now. Goff is still a really young quarterback. You know, you got quarterbacks play in this league for a long time.
Yeah.
Unlike other positions. So
yeah,
there's still growing going on with Jared Goff.
true.
He's
True.
never going to have the rocket arm that some of these other guys got. He's just not. You know what I'm saying? But when the opportunity is right, he can get that ball down the field. We've seen him throw it to J-Mo. He's not doing a lot more this season. So that's where that's going to be a real measuring scale right there to see how much he's grown. Can you use J-Mo the way that you should be using J-Mo? And, you know, when J-Mo takes the top off of that offense, you need to get that ball to him without him slowing down.
Right in stride.
Right in stride is what you got to do. So we just seen him throw a pick in practice the other day. He threw a duck and threw it right to the other team. You know what I'm saying? You got to that's clean spirals is just is paramount as a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So some of the things you got to continue to improve on. Also, he's improved on his going through his reads. You know what I'm saying?
Very much so.
Man, because at first, when he first got here, man, it was just like bing, bang. That's it. It wasn't I'm here, I'm going there. Right. And that was another thing impressive about Hooker that I didn't get to mention. That pass when he threw it, my man bobbled the football. You seen him going through his progressions.
Yes.
That's very important for a young quarterback to be able to do. So that was impressive for Hooker to do that.
Yes. He was just reacting.
Yeah.
It was all instinctive, 100%. He wasn't overthinking. You're right. You hit that on the head, bro. Great call. Great call. Vlad TV said Aaron is not retired yet. That's a good point. I just haven't seen him. I haven't seen him play. Yeah. Just like I was saying with Hooker, I wanted to see him physically, how he looked. I want to see how Aaron looks because he looked great up until he was not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if he's healthy, I'm with you. He's pushing for that top 5 if he's healthy. Even now, in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers, 100%. He's that dude when he's healthy.
Yeah. That's why you got to at that list because we talk we're talking talent.
Man.
We ain't talking records. We ain't talking none of that other stuff. It's talent. Aaron Rodgers, truly talented, but can he stay healthy and be on the field and prove that he's still that? That's the question.
And get it done in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Get it done in the playoffs. You know, no more early exits like we've seen. So we'll see. He's got the team now for it. One more thing, bro. Our two-headed monster at running back. Right?
Yeah.
Last year it was pretty much a timeshare as far as the carries, right? Pretty much split down the middle. Jahmyr Gibbs is ascending. Everybody can see it. Do you think that the scale kind of tips more so in his favor as far as his usage this season? Is it going to be more so instead of 50-50, more so 60-40? What are you seeing with him?
It's definitely it's going to pick up for him. Dan Campbell kind of been hitting at it more and more. You know, got him and J-Mo are going to be the head of the offense, you know, along with guys like Laporta. I think this is where you start to see him step forward and you start to see Montgomery a more situational type of football, which is where they should have it. You know what I'm saying? Because Gibbs is uber talented. He's everything, you know, so they want to see if he can actually handle the load. And in order to do that, you got to pick up his carry percentage, man, and get him out there,
right,
to run loose. So,
I
think most definitely.
Okay, and I'm not saying like 25-30 a game to work because you know you want to keep them fresh, obviously, right? Like, but you know, 20 a game as opposed to 15 a game. You know what I mean? Somewhere in that range, I could probably see him going up to just to get him more, like you said, more usage, but still keep him fresh. You know, for the playoffs and for his career to keep him fresh for the duration. So just wanted to throw that at you, see what you thought. That's all I got, bro.
Yeah. So, man, with that said, listen, man, hey, this upcoming season, guys like Jahmyr Gibbs, you know, there's going to be a lot of great betting lines out there for him. I'm probably sure you guys are going to do a lot of betting this season. I see it on social media. Guys be hitting me up. Listen, once again, shout out to the sponsors over at BetUS. Make sure you guys check in with BetUS, man. 125% bonuses. Hey, listen, for your first 3 deposits, up to $2,000. So check them out, man. Once again, we've had a great show. This has been fun. We'll be doing these post games going forward. Me, my guy Deuce, all types of guests, you know, on the show. We finna have some fun this season.
Yeah, it's about to be lit.
Shout out to my family over there at Lions Nation Unite, man. We got some great things coming with them too. So you guys, y'all better tune in this season. It's about to get real fun around here. And with that said, it's King, Deuce.
Buckle up.
We catch
Detroit versus everybody.
Detroit versus everybody.
Michael Vick here at BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book, live in-game betting, and a casino.